Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about what is going on with BTS and Ellen, which everyone is talking about. Apparently there were some issues with Ellen, and we will talk about that. Some people think Taehyung was the one who clapped back, so I will have to discuss that. I also want to get into the time that a man kind of replaced Suga during when he was in the hospital, and what happened with that. I think it's a very cute story, so grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's jump into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a video drops. And if you're a hater, lying to be the first to leave your hate comment. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. Now, if you are unaware, BTS is kind of a revolving door with people they follow on the Tweetster. They followed PewDiePie for a while, and then I think it was at the time he was getting somewhat controversial, and then I think BTS unfollowed him. There was many theories as to why, and PewDiePie even did a very kind of a video begging them to follow him back. But BTS follows a lot of people that they work with, including Halsey and all that. They also did a song with Jason Derulo and seemingly unfollowed Jason recently. A lot of ARMYs keep a close watch on BTS's follow list. They don't follow many people, so ARMYs will literally make a list, and when they notice the number go down or up, they will check this list to see who BTS followed and unfollowed. BTS has been on The Ellen Show before. The Ellen Show is almost a sign of making it in American entertainment. Like everyone is like, oh, I want to be on The Ellen Show. However, several people that I've heard who do story times on their experience on The Ellen Show, being YouTubers, have expressed kind of a negative experience. Not with Ellen directly, but with the staff. There's this rapper slash YouTuber named Mac Lethal who did a whole story time on his experience on the show, and this was 7 years ago. Recently, Ellen was under a lot of controversy for having a bad working environment, and also insensitive things said about the movie Parasite, making a joke that the director needed a translator to speak with her, and making a joke that he couldn't speak English, which is kind of the biggest joke that a lot of racists use to insult Asian people. So the joke comes across as tone deaf, even if she did not mean it in a racist way. Many people claim that she did not pay attention to the movie or really gave it much energy, as her thoughts on the movie were inaccurate or whatever. I haven't seen the movie yet. I know. I'll get to it. So I don't know if her opinions were not accurate or not. However, in my personal opinion, and why I stopped watching the show many years ago, is when a YouTuber or Disney star comes on the show, she does the bare minimum, if that, in research. And she has a team of writers. The least they could do is send her a rundown or some information on the artists that are coming to the show. It always felt to me when a YouTuber came on the show, and especially the early days of YouTube, it was mostly singers that ended up getting invited to the show. Ellen really wouldn't do much research on what their background was or ask questions that maybe the YouTuber had already answered in a Q&A video, especially with the Disney star. It's like she fails to follow their journey, that is my opinion, and it makes it hard to watch her, especially if I'm big fans of those people. I'm sure as fans of BTS, you have seen other interviews or TV shows that BTS has been on, and they have no idea what BTS does or really anything. They just know they have to interview them. So either way, I've seen a lot of controversy with Ellen lately, and there was even alleged rumors that the show was ending. I'm not sure. But because of this, BTS tends to stray away from any type of controversy, as it is really bad, obviously, and they will unfollow or distance themselves from anything that will cause controversy. Obviously, they choose not to publicly be seen or following Ellen or supporting Ellen if you consider a follow to be support, which I think most of us do. But then the question still arises if BTS would appear on the show if asked, since they unfollowed the show. And a lot of people, including myself, assume that they probably wouldn't. Some people were even saying that it was Taehyung who unfollowed everyone on the Tweetster and kind of manages that. People on the Tweetster were saying things like this. Now, we all know Taehyung was the one up unfollowing people. I think Taehyung manages, or at least is on, the BTS Weverse account, but I don't know how often he is on the BTS Tweetster account. I can't imagine much, because I feel like they would post more on Weverse. However, that is a very non-scientific statement. I have not physically conducted any type of research or done any testing to prove that statement. It is just how I feel. Could very well be wrong. But people are thinking Taehyung is behind this. I personally don't think so. So he just spends time online catching up with the controversy and then just unfollows people. Typically, as a singer or a celebrity at that level, you're busy. You're overworked. I mean, everyone in 2021 is overworked. But at that level, you're busy beyond belief. I just don't think he has the time to be watching those 1 hour Ellen exposés. But I do think maybe he has a team that kind of keeps up with it and just unfollows people according to whether they cause drama or not. They likely have a social media team because social media is a full-time job. I think a lot of people like to believe that celebrities are able to do everything themselves, but social media is its own like 40-hour work week. There's just no way Taehyung would have time to manage everything and constantly revolve the following list according to things. But I want to clarify that it may not be an unfollow due to controversy either, because BTS has unfollowed some unproblematic people too. Lindsay Lohan also apparently, and Lindsay has been out of the news for a long time. So it could just be them wanting to keep their follow list skinny, and they just follow to acknowledge the person and then unfollow to keep keep their following skinny. I don't understand why that's so important to people, but anywho. BTS also doesn't need the stress. BTS also doesn't need the stress of trying to figure out who is a problematic person to follow and who isn't. I think this is the social media person's job. BTS stresses enough with their comeback and obviously with maybe some of their own personal health problems. Suga was someone whose health problems made national headlines, but surprisingly not that big as I would expect. It's interesting because I think if Justin Bieber was in the hospital, all American news would cover it, but I didn't really feel like that many mainstream American media stations covered Suga's shoulder thing, which I am a little annoyed about. I think it deserved more coverage. But this was not the first time Suga was out of commission. Back when Suga got his appendix removed, he was in the hospital for a little bit, and this was during the start of their career, so it was definitely important for people to know that the group had 7 members. And since they were new, it probably didn't matter as much who was in the group as long as there were 7. Because I think if someone replaced Suga during Suga's shoulder injury, there might have been some backlash. I don't know. This is just my theory. So actually Big Hit's most valued employee, BTS's choreographer, Song Sung-dek, actually ended up replacing Suga for a little while. One performance in particular that you can see this on is when Sung posted a video of No More Dream and We Are Bulletproof Part 2. A lot of people praise Sung for his choreography. As you can tell from these performances, especially at the time, no one was dancing like that. And even to this day, BTS is still known as some of the best dancers. There's plenty of artists who can sing and dance at the same time, but the choreography is not like jumping on top of each other and doing flips and all that. The choreography is simple. While BTS can still maintain their vocals while literally doing some of the hardest dance moves, I think the artist Pink is comparable because she does flips in the air, but BTS is 7 people, so it's a little different. But Song stepped in and replaced Suga for a little while during Suga's appendix thing and did an amazing job. People were saying how he must have been the 8th member of BTS, and honestly I agree. Song now organizes a lot of the choreography in Big Hit, and currently I believe he is working with ENHYPEN and TXT. Song even won an award a while back and talked about how much he loved working with BTS and how hardworking BTS is. More than that, I think BTS is just able to pick up the dance moves very easily, and especially now that their dances don't require flips and falls, I think it's definitely much more easier for BTS to learn and execute, and it won't give them any injuries. BTS is not old, but they're definitely not as young as they used to be, and you can't expect Suga to participate in those super hard dance moves. Even though he got surgery, that doesn't mean you can go back to being reckless. I read somewhere that even if things heal in your body, it doesn't heal 100%. It only heals like 80 or something. So it's still weaker than before the injury. But I don't think BTS is working with Song right now. I think in America they have a different choreographer and stuff for Dynamite and Butter, which is fine because the dancing has to match the English lyrics. I think Song will always be an 8th member of BTS, and I think ARMYs will know that. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for the comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check stuff out. I have a lot of videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down. There's over 300 videos that are already on there. The moment you sign up, you can get access to. There are currently some limited spots that have just opened up, so if you want to go over there and check it out, you can. Would you have a great time interacting with each other over there? I write cards to people and all that, so if you're interested in any of that, please make sure you go over there and check it out. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. All that will be linked down below. There's also a video over there that kind of talks about my experience being Asian in media, and also if you would like to support this channel even more, how you can do that. That video is free to watch on the front page. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those and I'll see you over there. Bye.